It's time for us to leave Chester and start the long trip south. There's a few looks coming up, so I'm going to drive the boat whilst Michael walks with the windlass, and you can just see George's eyes peeping out behind the door on the stern of the boat. We're on the Shropshire Union Canal, but this section to Nantwich was originally called the Chester Canal. Here in the Northgate area, when the canal was first built, the navigation had to be cut through solid rock, which makes for some really fascinating scenery. The bridge ahead is the Bridge of Sighs. It was built in 1793 and historically it linked the Northgate Jail to a chapel across the canal. It enabled prisoners to cross and receive the last rites before their executions. Originally the bridge had railings to prevent escapes, but they were removed at some point. After the Bridge of Sighs we pass under the road bridge, which thankfully has kept its railings. Does anyone know why these arches are bricked up? Were they once open to wharves, or have the bricks always been there to strengthen the spans? This length of the canal runs directly alongside the historic city walls, and there's plenty of spaces to moor and explore from. At the end of this straightaway we pass the King Charles Tower, which is a medieval watchtower. It was rebuilt in 1613 and an emblem of a phoenix was placed above the door, so the tower is sometimes known as the Phoenix Tower. After a bend to the left we pass the Tower Gardens and then the canal leaves the shadow of the city walls. Under Cow Lane Bridge, and there's about another half mile on this straightaway which is taking us out of Chester before we reach the first lock of the day. The lockkeepers have a bit of a walk to reach the lockkeepers' public house. Here the canal is lined with old factories and warehouses. The Hackers Arms building once produced shoes, and then it housed a chandlery for a while. Ahead is the old steam mill, which was one of the first canal-side steam-powered mills to be built. It's now used for office space, and it's a rather lovely old building. The first lock of the day is the Hall Lane lock. On this section of the canal the locks are double width, or well single width if you're a wide beam, and they're long enough for 72-foot boats. As we leave the lock we get a good view of the blue-topped Broughton Water Tower. I love these canal-side cottages, and I really love that the road they're on is called Water Tower View. This lock was originally called Spittle Lock or Spittlefield Lock, but in around 1810 it became known as Chemistry Lock after a small local chemistry works. Tarvin Lock is right next to the Chester and Broughton Hall cricket ground, and they happen to be playing a match as we come through. There's also this unusually shaped lockside building at Tarvin Lock. Do we think this was once a lockkeeper shelter, or did it have a different function? The next lock is called Greenfield Lock, and we've pretty much reached the edge of the city now. When approaching locks from below, it's always important to look out for the bywashes flowing into the canal. If there's a lot of water coming in, it can push the boat sideways. Our last lock of the day is Christleton Lock. We've travelled about 2 miles, but we haven't met any other boats on the move, which is always sad. It looks like some weather's coming in, so it's on with more layers and then one last push to find a mooring before the rain arrives. We pass under the rather large A55 road bridge, and then we take the first mooring we find. Then it's time for George to stretch his legs and have a good old sniff around. Thanks so much for watching this video. Your support is very much appreciated.
That's not your boat, George.